Hello, lovely Taurus. Thank you very much for joining me for your January 2019 reading. It's a pleasure to do these readings for you. I'm doing it live because I'm sure you'd just prefer the reading rather than having me wait to upload the video, have it render for 40 minutes, have it load to YouTube for 3 hours, and then get it all done. So that is kind of why I'm just doing it live. I wanted to get all these done before the week ends. So it's Sunday, almost there, and yeah, let me know how things are going for you so far. Good day, Tina. How are you? All right, so I'm just going to shuffle these cards. These are the Enchanted Tarot, and I'm just going to be using the Earth Magic Oracle deck as well. So this is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. If you'd like to check out the other videos, I would recommend you do so. So in the last reading I did for Aries, it was all layered. It was layers upon layers upon layers. I think because so many Aries are going through different things, and I feel instinctively that Taurus is going to be the same. So Taurus, you may be going through something wildly different to a fellow Taurian, and just want to make sure that I get as clear an overview as I can for you guys for January. But as always, if you would like a private reading with me, the information you need to get that is below. And also, as I said before on another reading, I am actually kicking off Patreon next week. So if you want to be involved with the extra stuff that I'm going to be doing for you, 2019, starting again, it will be, sign up to Patreon now. The link is below. Anyway, all of that housekeeping out the way, I can't pick up this card. There we go. Ooh, you start with the Prince of Wands, overcoming a challenge. So I also feel like the challenge tried to better you. And you said, hell no. No, I'm not going to bow to this challenge. I'm going to meet it. Because you are stubborn. And also, you're the opposite sign to Scorpio, and therefore the sister sign to Scorpio. And you have a lot of things in common with me, because I am Scorpio. I feel like Taurus, similarly to Scorpio, have a little bit of a bad rep, because it's almost like you are aloof, or you feel like you're seen as higher than. For some of you may seem very, very friendly to people, but still feel like you need to be solitary. For others, you just look like you could kill people with a look, but are actually really friendly. So it's kind of that feeling of balance here. And the Knight of Wands actually brings forward that energy. Sorry, the Prince of Wands for this, but it's still the Knight of Wands. It still brings that energy and that passion for, the things that are important to you, whereas some people may not understand what the big deal is about the subjects you study, the things that you watch on television, the documentaries you enjoy, the people that you hang around with. It's not really up for them to understand. It's just up for them to know that that's who you are. And I think that's something that may have been a challenge previously, which is now coming out into the realm of, I can deal with this myself, I'm fine. I don't need to change this. I don't need to rush this challenge I've just faced or am facing. Tail end now, I can overcome this. I feel a lot of this is to do with the quick thinking that you're going to be doing as well. So it could also be a little bit of travel. I feel like for some of you, you may be taking short breaks, not long ones, but short breaks here and there, just to renew your energy and start off 2019 with the right mood. Because for some of you, I think it's taking a little bit of time to level yourself into this mood, into the vibe that 2019 is bringing. So yeah, I think that's going to be coming up for you. Also, just while I remember, we did have the new moon in Capricorn, and that was really strong, and I think that may affect us as well, all of us, but particularly for you, because it was in an earth sign, you may feel like you need to get more organized. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, that's kind of coming through as more organized and feeling a lot like you can be grateful for the gifts and issues that have been resolved, and things like that. But this is one of my favorite cards. I love the Nine of Pentacles. It shows that you're being very independent. It shows that you're taking a step forwards, strides forwards, actually. That's what they wanted me to say. Striding forwards. If you have been reluctant to do something, now is the time to tackle that, whether it's dealing with a project that's at the top of your list, doing laundry, reaching out to that person that you haven't reached out to, sending messages to people who you haven't seen in a while, something that maybe you have put off doing. Now is the time to do it, because this is a really good card in order to get into that energy, getting to that far-sighted being that you are, and actually tuning into what it is you want to achieve. You have the Falcon here. Oh, well, it's interpreted in this card as a parrot, but let's pretend that it's a falcon. And it just feels like there's an edge here. You have lots of bountiful energies coming in to help you. And I think you can use them to your advantage. So if you want to get in touch with your boss, if you want to reach out to somebody that you may be like, oh, I don't know whether to contact them, try and do it and see what happens, because I don't think anything's going to fall down around you just yet. Watch the Tower card be next. I mean, but I don't think anything is going to really happen really negatively around you, and I certainly don't feel that you're going to have to make excuses. Also, while I remember, if you haven't already and you are subscribed to me, just please make sure you click on the notification bell, because I am aware that some of you have not actually received notifications of my videos. So I just want to make sure that you do that, because I'm going to be doing more videos very soon. So just to make you aware. Queen of Wands, do you have an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius friend? If so, you may be dealing with her this week. This month. Maybe it's sooner than I thought. But this particular person brings a sort of exuberance. They may have a desk that's incredibly messy, but they will know where everything is on that desk. That kind of person. As soon as they tidy up, they don't know where they are. She may be very busy. She may be all over the place, emotions up and down, being quite sensitive. It may be that she wants to do something, but she's just not sure what to do or how to do it. For instance, I want to move. I want to find the place that I need to get to. How does that work? I want to go here. I want to go there. How does it work? You know what I mean? It's something that feels a little bit like they have the desire, but they don't have the wherewithal to actually follow through with it. If you do have an aspect of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, I've just seen that you do. Thank you, Tita. If you do have an aspect of this in your chart, you can use the Taurian aspect to hunker down. You can use the very stable energy of a Taurus to hunker down. If you are the Taurus friend and your friend is the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius flavor, you may have to be the anchor for this person's wild ideas. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily negative, it's just going to be complicated. And I feel like you're probably going to be spending a lot of time with this aspect. So whoever is of this sign, even if it's yourself, you're going to be spending a lot of time in this aspect this month. Not a bad thing, just need to understand the energies of it, that's all. Swords comes in with a really lovely flavour. I love the interpretation of this card, actually. It's just so, I don't know, just so peaceful. It's not something that you would imagine would be the Two of Swords, and that's why I like that it gives it a different flavour. You may be feeling like you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, but it's actually an opportunity. You don't have to pick the lesser of two evils. You don't have to necessarily go, I need to start this, but I need to finish this. You can actually harness the energy of this Two of Swords. This is a choice. This is duality. This is pairing. This is making the best of the energies that surround you. This is trying to maybe make a decision on a path that will not change your life, but certainly pick a side, So I think this is going to be a case of you maybe withdrawing from being this sturdy person. Maybe you're just saying, actually, I'm not going to make a choice. I'm not going to speak to you anymore, and I'm not going to speak to you anymore. I'm just going to be my own self and focus on my own problems. So it could be that. It could be you needing to decide on who to spend your time with, what degree to focus on, what do I want to focus on more, my career or my studies or my person that I'm in love with or this other person that I quite fancy, and if you can't decide, I would suggest that you consult your tarot reader, or me, if you want me to be your tarot reader. It's just something that I think you need to either spend a lot of time going within for, tuning into your higher self, or seeking guidance. So that is something that I think is kind of coming in for you. And again, it's the challenges, I think, that making you second guess yourself. Yes, it's live. Hello. So this is kind of making you second guess yourself. This challenges that you've faced before, the dedication you've given to your friends before, or the person involved, or something. You're kind of like, for instance, if you have a friend who is in between two things or two stages, you may have followed through that challenge with that person and said, look, it's okay, don't worry, I can take care of you, or I can do this. And then suddenly you have to choose between yourself and the friend. Choose you, you know? If they're continuously causing dramas and they're kind of doing all this stuff, you don't need to sacrifice your own path for theirs. As harsh as that sounds, I'm sure a lot of you Taurians will understand that this is how it has to be. And I'm sorry if you can hear some hissing. The radiators have just come on, thank the Lord, because it is freezing. Eight of Swords. See, again, you may be feeling fenced in. You have the Nine of Pentacles. You shouldn't be feeling fenced in. You shouldn't be afraid of reaching out to somebody and telling them the truth, or saying, look, this is really annoying me now, get over it. Or, saying what's wrong with you, or saying something else like this. You know what I mean? It just feels like there needs to be some kind of balance, some kind of connection between you and this other person who needs to understand what it is they're doing. I feel a lot like you are connected to someone in this life from a past life. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily the person that you're thinking about, or the person that you are wanting to get married to, or anything. But there is somebody in this life that you are connected to, that you need to learn some lessons and go through life with from a previous incarnation. Now, I say this because I believe in past lives. I have had my own experiences of these. So if you don't, that's fine. But I just feel like there's a soul family person here who needs your help and who you need help from. If you feel like you cannot reach out to this person, there may be something that you need to connect within yourself to actually resolve the issues as to why you don't feel you can reach out or bother this person, because you need this person. It's sticking to my arm. Okay. Oh, okay. And then we have the five. Oh, Lordy Lord, the Five of Pentacles. So this is interesting. On here, on the top here, you have the very good surface cards of what's coming in. On the bottom, you have the overthinking, feeling like you have to seek sanctuary somewhere, and mists, and oh no, I'm being shoved out here and everywhere. It's almost like I don't know why the old novels like Wuthering Heights and stuff, maybe you have to choose between getting married to one person and then you meet the love of your life over there, and it's like, oh no, I don't want to kind of connect between this person, but if I don't choose, I'll be isolated and alone, and oh my gosh, that's very difficult for a start. But also I feel like that's not your sole purpose to choose between who is what and what is what, like which course do I do for education, or if I don't do this, if I don't do the right one, I'm doomed. No, not really. It's just kind of being realistic, and if a Taurus is good at one thing, I know it's being realistic. So it's just a case of figuring out your interprets in this one and then move forward with your soul purpose. You do not have to fiddle around, go up, down, and upside down, and even solve other people's issues with their soul purpose. That is not what you're doing, unless you, of course, you are a tarot reader. Then obviously I sympathize and I see to help people who want a reading from you, Reiki healing from you, or something. So I do get if you feel like you're a healer, a nurse, a practitioner, something, you may feel like an obligation to solve everything, but that you just use your skill to help them. Ooh, I keep tilting this that way. You just use your skill to help them as best as you can, and they have to figure out the rest. Because I don't think anybody should ever tell anybody what to do, necessarily. You have wisdom But, it's not a dictatorship here. It's something that we need to sort of govern ourselves, take the advice, make a decision, govern ourselves, use the intuition. Intuition is your greatest tool. And I think if you use that, calm you in somewhere that you feel safe. But then you have new beginnings. Yay! Well, it's a new year, so it's January, it's brilliant, and it feels very strong. So new beginnings comes forward with a sense of thank God. So it's like, oh, thank God, I can, push this to one side, and I can understand that there's something new around the corner. Previous energies, even of previous people, will affect the current one. And I think fear can play its ugly part in a lot of different things. But to me, this seems like this multi-layered. Again, it's something that comes in with I feel like there's a lesson that comes in here, and I just get the impression that you are going to find the direction that is right for you. In a case of this is all through 2019, not just January, but this is a case of you have 300 odd new opportunities. Every single day is a new opportunity for you to go, okay, today I'm going to rest, or to think of this, or today I'm going to X, Y, Z. There is absolutely no reason that you have to focus on the negatives, be the problem solver, or be the eternal agony aunt to somebody. So this is something that I think is coming through for you guys in January. Thank you very much for joining me. If you join me live, or even if you join me afterwards, thank you so much. I do wish you the very best of luck. Let me know in the comments below how things are going for you. If you do want to join me on Patreon and getting ready for next week and all the information that's coming through, do let me know. But in the meantime, I wish you the very best of luck. All readings are available in the description box as well. Oh, so much housekeeping. But again, thank you very much for joining me. I love you all guys very, very much. I'll speak to you guys very soon. Take care.